WWE Insider Report, the new Bloodline fired from WWE. Hey everyone, welcome back to WWE Insider Report. We've got some explosive news for you today that will no doubt send shockwaves through the WWE universe. Saying that the new Bloodline has been on very thin ice with WWE Management over the past couple of weeks would be a massive understatement. The Bloodline has been nothing but trouble for Friday Night SmackDown, and specifically for SmackDown GM Nick Aldis and Triple H ever since Solo Sikoa took over the faction following Roman Reigns' title loss to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. WWE had their issues with the Bloodline faction even before Roman Reigns left, and Solo Sikoa took over as the new tribal chief. There were some tense interactions between Nick Aldis, Triple H, and Roman Reigns prior to WrestleMania, with both executives making it clear to Roman who really runs things backstage, obviously not him. But since Roman's departure from WWE after WrestleMania, the Bloodline has truly become a catastrophic problem for WWE, one they simply cannot control. This leads us to the breaking, shocking news that the new Bloodline has officially been fired and released from WWE following SmackDown last night. It's apparently all over for the new Bloodline in WWE, and Solo Sikoa is really the one who should be taking all the blame for the faction's downfall. On SmackDown last night, Solo Sikoa and the rest of the new Bloodline absolutely destroyed both Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton to close out the show. But certainly, the Viper got the worst of it, as the Bloodline viciously put Randy Orton through the announcer's desk, eerily similar to how Paul Heyman was obliterated by the Bloodline just weeks ago and has been in the hospital ever since. As many of you guys are likely aware, Randy Orton had been sidelined with a devastating back injury for nearly 2 whole years, an injury that at one point was deemed so serious by doctors that Randy Orton would be forced to retire from wrestling. Thankfully, Randy Orton was able to come back from that devastating back injury and make a huge return to WWE late last year. But after the way SmackDown concluded last night, Randy Orton's WWE career is sadly once again in jeopardy. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis and Chief Content Officer Triple H have decided stage among top WWE executives to fire or release the Bloodline from the company. Their actions against Paul Heyman were unspeakable, and there was legitimate concern behind the scenes that Paul Heyman may not have pulled through in the hospital after the vicious attack from the new Bloodline. We've been told that a lot of executives were in favor of the idea, warning the Bloodline that if anything like that ever happened again, they would immediately be released or fired from the company. Triple H doesn't want to deal with that line one more time. That was going to be it, and it would not be tolerated again. They would be fired from WWE or releasing Solo Sikoa, along with the rest of the Bloodline for what they did to Randy Orton last night, which has now put Randy Orton's WWE career in jeopardy. Or do you feel like the Bloodline should be able to continue to get away with causing havoc like this on SmackDown with no repercussions? And finally, do you guys feel the Bloodline being released or fired is too harsh of a punishment, and that they should simply get suspended or receive another round of fines? Let us know. Well, guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode.